Friday night is movie night, so my roommate Caroline and I invited a friend over to watch a scary movie. To go with it, I made chicken chipotle empanadas with the cilantro crema sauce and margaritas, because you gotta have snacks and booze. Hey guys, welcome to At Taylor's Table. I'm Taylor. Today we're gonna be making chicken chipotle empanadas with the cilantro crema. So let's get started on the dough. If pie dough kind of freaks you out, no worries. Get some from Trader Joe's. And you don't want the frozen kind, you want the kind that's refrigerated so you can roll it out. For the dough, I have 2 cups and a half a cup of all-purpose flour. I have a teaspoon of salt. I have a teaspoon of sugar. And I have 8 tablespoons of butter. Unsalted, please. This butter is super, super cold. And I'm gonna work with 2 knives instead of my hands so that the butter doesn't melt as easily. So I'm just gonna dump in all the butter. My salt, sugar is already incorporated into my flour. Take 2 knives and use like a crisscrossing motion just to cut the butter in. And what I'm looking for is pea-sized granules. I'm trying to get like a flaky crust. When the pea-sized butter melts in the oven, it's gonna leave these gapping holes. And these gapping holes are gonna cause flakiness within the crust because they're holes, duh. So this is pretty much well incorporated. Do your best. I have a lot of water in this cup. You're gonna add maybe like a tablespoon at a time. I'm gonna cut it in. Again, I don't wanna use my hands for fear of warming up the butter. You'll know when you've added enough water, when you can pick up a piece of dough and you can form it into like a little ball or a mound. See, this is too flaky. I can't do anything with this yet. So let's keep pouring. So I can pretty much make a little mound. Got some plastic wrap here. Put this in the fridge for 30 minutes at least. 4 hours. I think that's the sweet spot with dough. But who has time to wait for 4 hours for pie dough? Nobody. So next we're gonna get started on making the chipotle chicken. I have half of a diced onion, a clove of garlic that's gonna go into our saucepan when we make the chicken. A pound of skinless, boneless chicken breast tenders. Chipotle's in adobo sauce. And these are really, really smoky. They have a ton of flavor. They're not too hot. You're gonna wanna slice them open. You're gonna see a ton of seeds. Depending on your tolerance for spice, you can keep some, remove them all. And I'm just gonna slice them and then chop them so that they're pretty fine. We're gonna season the chicken breast. Salt, add some pepper, flip these over, and do it again. All right, let's go over to the stovetop. A little bit of hot oil, just so it can get a nice sear. Maybe about a tablespoon in a nonstick skillet on medium heat. And add in my chipotle peppers, and add in my onion and my garlic. A little bit more olive oil. Add a little bit of salt. I like to season every single layer of my dish. A little bit of pepper. 2-3 minutes, let it soften up a little bit, let it do its thing, and then we're gonna add the chicken tenders. It's been about 2-3 minutes. The onions have softened. Let's put in our chicken tenders. After it cooks, we're gonna shred them so that they're easily able to fit into our little empanada dough. All right, so the chicken is browning. It's gonna be about 10 minutes, 5 minutes per side. And we're 1 step away from making chicken chipotle empanadas. So on to the cilantro crema sauce. So now we're gonna make the cilantro crema sauce. It's a cilantro vinaigrette that I add to Greek yogurt. You can use sour cream. So I'm just gonna cut off the ends. You're gonna want like a big bunch of cilantro, about 2 cups. And I'm going to chop this as finely as I can. So I have my cilantro really finely chopped. So I have 1 shallot. You're gonna wanna mince this up pretty finely. You don't want any big chunks. We have 1 garlic cloves that we're gonna use. Cut off the ends and peel the skin. And just like the shallot and the cilantro, we're just gonna chop it really fine. Got the cilantro, garlic, we have our shallots. I have about a cup of Greek yogurt, 2%. Plain Greek yogurt, don't do vanilla. I'm gonna put in the cilantro. This is about a cup. Add in all of the garlic and the shallot. I'm gonna add in about 1/4 of a cup of red wine vinegar. I'm gonna add in a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Nice big fat pinch of salt, about 1/4 of a teaspoon, and some freshly ground black pepper. It's gonna be a great dipping sauce for our empanadas. So I just took out our empanada dough out of the fridge. It chilled for about 30-35 minutes. So I put this dough on top of plastic wrap. I'm just gonna cover it with another layer of plastic wrap to roll. You're gonna take a rolling pin, and the trick is mound it, and you're gonna roll in a clockwise direction. It's gonna come out into a oblong shape. So I have a ramekin. You can also use a larger mouth cup, maybe a coffee cup, to make your empanadas. If they're too little, the empanadas, you're just not gonna get that much filling in. They're gonna be really difficult to work with. So I'm going to just take the ramekin and just cut. Chicken has been browned along with the onions, the peppers, and the garlic. And I'm just gonna shred it. Just take 2 forks and go to town. Smaller the shred, the better. We're gonna put cheese in these. I'm using white cheddar today, but I've also used Monterey Jack and pepper jack. The spicy cheese goes really well with these. I'm gonna take my shredded chicken. I'm gonna put it in the middle of the circle. A little bit of cheese, mound it on top. Gonna fold it up and over. And then we're just gonna use the tines of a fork to close the edges. Take a sharp knife. I'm gonna put 1 slit in the middle of each empanada to let the steam escape. After I'm done, I'm gonna put them in the oven. 375 degrees for about 20-25 minutes, just so the cheese is all nice and melty, the chicken is heated back through, and then the crust is golden brown. All right, so the chicken chipotle empanadas are ready to take out of the oven. And they look delicious. So I'm just gonna plate these, and I'm gonna plate them with the cilantro crema. I'm gonna take them over to my friends, and we're gonna have a really epic movie night. So come join us. All right, ladies, scary movie night. All right, cheers. All right, let's get to it. All right, so no gore, and you don't like any supernatural stuff. Okay, well, this is gonna be fun then. Okay,